So we are going to talk about Shatterpoint as a whole, our experiences with it, as well as we will talk about the news that Asmodee released earlier this week. But by the time you guys see this, it'll be almost like half a month or a month, because I'm kind of like a bi-weekly schedule right now. Every 2 weeks,
Yeah.
I try and release something. But yeah, let's first talk about Shatterpoint as a whole. We've been playing it for about 2 years. You started before me.
Yeah, when it first was released, probably 2 to 3 months afterwards.
Just like very shortly afterwards. And I remember seeing in the stores and being like, I want someone to play it with. And when you messaged me being like, hey James, have you heard of Shatterpoint? I was like, I have heard of it, and I would love to play with someone. And then you got me and we got your friends together and we did like a 2v2, you taught us it, and I was hooked. I was like, I love this.
It's amazing.
I played the Vader on the first one, but I did my research because when it first came out, that Vader box, you cannot run, I thought it said, like, as I was reading it in stores before I was playing the game, it was like, oh, it's telling me if I buy this box, I cannot run it competitively. And I was sad and angry. I'm like, I love Vader. Why would you do this? Turns out that's just the name of the box. Boxes have, like, titles. There's you cannot run, and this is the high ground. Or
Terror from Below.
Terror from Below from the guys you brought out. And then Appetite for Destruction. I'm hoping that's the name of it.
I'm pretty sure that
Grievous's
might be
box.
it. Yeah.
But, yeah, you started it first. What got you into it?
I don't know. I just saw Star Wars, and then
Yeah.
the box just...
The Star Wars IP is strong.
The Star Wars IP, and then I just looked at the box and what it came with and how the game was played, and I was like, this looks pretty fun. I like board games.
I think the biggest advantage you had that I didn't quite have, you had a friend that was also interested. And you were able to split the core box, which already halves the price roughly. So that was a really good, and plus it's a game that's a two-player game. Having someone to split the core box with, big advantage. Someone to play with, and half the price. Plus, it's worth it. You get 4 squads.
Oh, yeah.
2 of them don't really work with the other 2.
Mm-hmm.
But I think that was pretty good. Well, how was your first game? What did you think of it?
It was a funny story. When we first got the box, this was our first time ever playing a tabletop war skirmish game, or just any tabletop game in general. So we thought when we opened the box, we'd be able to play it. That was not what happened. We opened the box.
You thought they would be painted too?
Yeah, well, not painted,
like,
but I knew it wouldn't be painted, but didn't realize.
You weren't expecting the spruce.
The spruce, and actually having to put it together. And so yeah, we spent the first day just sitting down, gluing everything.
Oh, did y'all meet up planning to play, but then
we
ended
did.
up...
Yes, and then
you could have still played. You just had to like use the bases with no one on.
Well, yeah, but there's no fun in that. You gotta have the bases, and then.
Did you end up playing the first day, or
no? The first day we just put it together, and then the second day after we put all the terrain and everything together, because I'm pretty sure you have to put the terrain.
Yeah, they come at flat walls, kind of like if you were to see this one here. This is like 6 pieces. This is separate here. It's 1 flat, 2 here, and then these are all flat walls that you basically stick together like that.
Yeah.
With some pulls in it. Actually, I think it might just be 2.
I'm pretty sure. Yeah, the first day we just made as much progress as we could, and then we both took half of everything, and then we just came back.
Was it fun though?
It was
just
hanging
out with your friend, putting models together. Y'all watch anything?
No, we just listened to music and then we just put it together. Yeah, it was very chill.
I think the biggest part I love about this game, because I've played other skirmish games. I played HeroScape before this, I played Kill Team before this, and I played other games after this, the Halo game. I think I played a little bit of one-page roll skirmish. But what I love most about this one compared to all the other ones, units don't die.
Yeah.
Stay alive. So you painted someone, they do not die. I played Kill Team and I put my primary, like my leader guy out in front. Someone killed him instantly. First activation, first go, off the board. It's like, wait, that's it?
I mean, if you paint them so nicely, people are going to attack them.
Yeah, I guess that was a strategic move there to take the firing damage.
Emotional damage.
But this one, they just take the injury token and they can still go. Plus, the biggest thing that I love about this one is the mobility of both. Your characters can get to the other side of the board so much quicker than this compared to the other games I played. And they move other characters in themselves very well. You push people, knocking them down. There's elevation in this game compared to the other ones. Elevation is not really a thing. The amount of ability to move people is so much fun, and moving yourselves, it's so good. What is your favorite part of like Shatterpoint as a game? What was like, besides the fact that it's Star Wars, what hooked you?
I'd say the simplicity of the game. It's not. I'd heard of Warhammer beforehand and D&D, and I knew there was, the role-playing aspect. I know before this, my friends were really big in a Star Wars D&D, and I tried it, and there was too many layers to it. You had the role-playing aspect, you had the battle, you had statistics, you had to build up your character as well, lore-wise. And this one, I could just build a character, Goes
Everything's
straight.
there on that
It's
card.
on the game, and then the replayability is there. You just need another person to play, and then just how easy it is to get into it and get other people into it.
I'm honestly very shocked how much replayability is there.
Yeah.
Because so many characters have tags that can just work with each other. You don't expect it, but like the shark guys have that ability because they have aqua robots, which is freaking awesome. The scale of difficulty, Heroescape is probably the easiest skirmish game I played. I would say this game compared to like Warhammer Kill Team is easier to understand. The big thing is it's actually a fair bit simpler, but the knowledge of knowing how to move people or move yourself to control the board adds another layer to it. So it's still more simple than Kill Team, but that mobility of the fact that you can so easily move people and yourselves is another strategy you need to like pay attention to. I would rank it in like difficulty wise. If I would put Heroescape like maybe a 3 or 4 out of 10, Warhammer Kill Team as like maybe an 8, 8.5, close to 9 out of 10. I don't see anything more complicated than Warhammer stuff.
Yeah.
This would be about a 6, almost just like slightly above like average in difficulty, but the movement part puts it like a 7, so that really adds.
Yeah.
But just everything's on one card. You don't have to worry about too much about points or like as you play D&D, there's like the leveling thing and then there's gear stuff. How many teams do you have? And like what's your favorite team?
Off the top of my head, I'm not sure. Maybe 10.
I would think I have 10 too.
10, I'm pretty sure around there. 10, 11.
And they're mostly the same of faction?
Almost all are either separatists. I went heavy on the separatists as a separatist fan. As soon as any of the boxes dropped, like I know the Grievous box bought.
It's a cool model.
I mean, it was amazing. And then after that, I think Count Dooku I had bought in, and then who else? It was I know Terror from Below.
I remember I bought
instantly.
you for Christmas a bounty hunter box because it was like you were talking about how you liked that pirate guy. The red one, not the bounty hunter dude. It's the pirates.
Yondu.
Yondu, who's like, it's
no,
no
that's
longer
not
profitable. You were making that
Is
quote.
it Yondu or is it
Yondu?
I might be confusing that.
It's the one that says this epic's no longer
That's
profitable.
Star Wars the Galaxy.
There's a lot of
Guardians of the
characters.
Galaxy. Wait,
Oh,
no.
Guardians.
That's Guardians of the Galaxy. No, it's not Yondu. It's Hondu.
Very similar.
It's very similar.
Very similar.
Okay.
If we're wrong, we'll put the right name here.
I'm pretty sure it's Hondu.
But I ended up getting that box. I think the problem with that box is you didn't end up playing it much because they didn't combo well with your already existing separatists.
yeah.
He just also wasn't that strong.
I played them maybe once or twice.
You made me happy when you played with him.
I
was
did.
like, yeah, I bought that.
I mean, I put it together and I really enjoyed the character.
He's a fun
But
guy.
I just like bounty hunters and separatists, and that's pretty much mostly what I run.
So yeah, you focus more on separatists. I think that's one of the issues of Shatterpoint is you kind of get locked into a list. And if you make one squad separatist focused, because there's a rule where if you pick someone from a certain era, other people have to be from it. But they usually have abilities that like, if someone's a separatist or if they're a robot or if they're a clone, you get this ability. So you're kind of encouraged, or you wouldn't be competing at the right level if your other team isn't also comboing with each other. So you can have, Darth Vader and Luke Skywalker be a team, but Darth Vader likes Empire and Luke likes Rebels, and they're kind of missing half of the recipe there to make a full pie. So I guess that's one complaint I have for this, but you kind of get that with any. There's always like the identity of like what faction you're playing.
The main exception being Vader, where
Vader got to go with anyone when he
back
first came out.
before the balance change,
Yeah.
he could just work with Grievous. He could work with anyone.
Because he didn't have any restrictions on him.
No.
He did have his own tags where other people couldn't work with him, but his ability stated they could take 2 damage, get 3 extra dice for any ally unit. And allies are literally anyone on your team. But now they changed it where it's Galactic Empire or Galactic Republic, which doesn't change a whole lot of lists, but he doesn't work with Grievous or he doesn't work with Maul. I miss those days. I like
You
that
could do it with
character.
B2s as well. It was pretty
It
intense.
was wild.
Yeah.
He was good. At this point, with other characters coming out, they've kind of had like a power curve where he was really good when he first came out. He's about okay. He's like, when he first came out, he was like S tier. Now he's closer to like low A, maybe mid A tier, maybe high B. Because other characters like, I played recently the Rebel guy. What was his name?
Kanan.
Kanan Jarrus.
Kanan,
Is that right?
really, yeah.
He's a Jarrus. I'm not
I don't
goofing
know
that.
if his last name
From
is
Rebels. We'll just call him Kanan. He has that ability where he gets to jump whenever an ally is wounded and make a 5 dice attack.
On anyone.
Anyone. That's why you punish the other player for playing good by wounding you.
Yeah.
And you have you're a primary with a good range attack. And I remember when someone used it on me, kicked my butt, and I used it on you. I lost, but it was annoying.
Yeah, it was very annoying.
I was able to secure points, and it was just like, man, I can see why this is good. And that's getting more actions is always good. Action economy is a common term used, and more action is always good. Vader himself he's a wrecking ball, but he doesn't move other people or let them do stuff, which is kind of the strategy in this game, is moving other people onto points. Let's talk about models. What do you think of the models, especially compared to, you've played Legion and you've seen maybe like Warhammer or other models at stores. What do you think of these models?
They're pretty simple. I know when I first bought my first box, at least I was mainly doing Separatists, so the B ones were very painful to put together.
They were a nightmare. I avoided it for so long.
So my first impression was kind of mixed.
Yeah, the droids are usually the worst to put together.
But other than that, I mean, I know I put Ventress together, and I had, who else was in that base box? It was Ventress and...
You would have had Maul.
Maul.
I'm assuming you got the Separatist
Yeah,
size.
so
And then you would have had the
Separatist.
Mandalorians.
Yeah, so those were pretty simple to put together, and...
Yeah, it's the B1s are easily the worst because they're already tiny limb. You're already where you're going to snap them, and then they split areas they split the tiny area already. It's like, how do I put this together?
Yeah. But compared to Legion, I did like the smaller unit sizes and how I just needed 2 B2s instead of, each squad having, four B2s instead of 2, and then those were a lot smaller. And
yeah, in this you just have 2 B2s. You point 4 guys, you're done. Legion, it's like 8 guys at least.
Yeah, for just 2
for
cores.
all the options, and then get the cores.
Yeah.
I really like how they're slightly bigger. It makes it easier to paint. The problem with that is you can't use them in Star Wars Legion, and that's kind of a shame. One thing that I do like about Warhammer Kill Team is the models you get in that can then help you transfer to playing in Warhammer as a competitive game. But these being bigger, really like it. Plus, you can find other games you can play. As you mentioned before, your friends play Star Wars D&D, you can use these guys in it. You just have to have a bigger base. I do really like these guys. They're made from the hard plastic. It's the same kind of plastic they use for Warhammer compared to HeroScape. HeroScape's models are soft plastic. That's the older Legion models where it's like basically all together to begin with.
Oh, yeah.
They're designed to real quickly on the board, and you can drop them. They won't take a lot of damage. But details are lost. They are a little bit heavier, and they aren't as light. I really like these models. I will show some zoom-in shots of this Darth Maul. I put a lot of effort in this one, and I really liked what I did with it. And it really feels rewarding putting effort into the characters because the details, they pop more compared to other models. And since they're bigger, they even pop even more compared to Legion models. You mentioned earlier that with the Darth Vader game, the balance changes. Sad for me because I have the Darth Vader, I play him.
Much needed.
What do you think of the balance changes in the support that, as
I was really happy when they did the first balance change. I think it was last summer. That was really enjoyable because I know, at least I'm a big fan of Separatists and Bounty Hunters, and they had made it so Cad Bane can do both. What was it, the old Galactic Republic or Empire? And then
that's right,
also the New Republic. So he could partner up with a lot more characters, and he wasn't list locked in terms of secondaries and supporting.
I think the Book of Boba Fett is your your reason that you're in the Empire era.
Well,
now.
exactly, yeah. So then that was really nice, and then you also have like other characters like from the starter, packs,
Asajj.
like Asajj. So you got buff, and
She used to be kind of, I would say cold water, not even lukewarm, barely lukewarm. She's now pretty hot. She's a pretty good character. The expose is so annoying, and you can't do much about it. I really like that they do that because it rewards playing the game and investing time into it. You don't have to like, oh, I bought this box and now it's like outdated and it just sucks. Like the Anakin when it first came out, he was good. He did a lot of damage, but he just started getting outpaced, especially when Kanan was able to jump and attack multiple people. So when they updated him where he can now attack multiple people on his turn, so much better. But I also kind of hate it a little bit because my Darth Vader got nerfed and my ARC troopers, they deserved to be nerfed.
No, they did.
The expose
I was waiting
terrible.
for that for so long.
Yeah, I was surprised it took so long. They really should have been nerfed. The expose, I think they didn't realize how good expose was when they released them.
That was when you had the longest winning streak against me. Before the ARC
troopers, you just throw them in. And
you had
so
3
much.
to 5 games win in a row against me just because of the ARCs.
Yeah, expose on any Galactic Republic character attacking is just so
it's
good.
Expose plus, Vader 10 dice attacking you. You're dead.
And then you have a 1 in 3 chance versus basically a 2 in 3 chance to block something. And they're just so consistent. You put 1 in the middle of the board, they have such 5. It was 5 range. It's such good board control. Glad they got nerfed. Sad because I played them, but they deserved it. Which again, really rewards playing this game. It made the future very bright. But we'll talk about why the future ain't so bright in a minute. Is there anything else?
I think the big thing for me in Shatterpoint is like the pacing of the game, in terms of either some games you'll feel real competitive, but sometimes it's just landslide. Like you're not really playing the game. You're playing how it's meant to be written. Like you win round 1, opponent easily wins round 2 because that's how it's like designed.
Yeah, because the start of the round 2, they go first and they can just score 4 points.
Yeah,
because they'll have the primary and then the other ones.
You have a small chance of a comeback.
Yeah.
But then it's heavily favored for player 2 to win round 2.
Yep.
And then round 3 you win.
Usually favored for the person who won round 1 because you get to go first.
It really depends on the mission pack.
Yeah, the Sabotage Showdown, which is the core box one, very favored. I think I mentioned that the video we released, it was like a 67% chance. If you win the first one, you have a 70% chance to win it. But they did release, I can't remember the name of it, but it was the most recent one that came out where you could spend a force and change the objectives. That one really makes it more balanced because if your opponent gets all those objectives, you just change them up.
Yeah.
Problem is, it really long because it makes the game way longer. I think, like that game we just did was supposed to let me like 3 hours to play. That game with the new deck where you can change the objective takes like 6-ish hours.
It was fun.
It's really fun, but I think that you might be able to just play round 3, and that would be 3 hours because that's the one that bounces back and forth like crazy. But I do really like that they're adding these mission packs, and it's a lot of fun. Yeah, I mean, I really like the models you have here. I like the Star Wars IP, and seeing Star Wars models is always fun. That's a very strong thing. That's why a lot of people got into it, because like Star Wars stuff. But one of the issues I had with it with Star Wars is how far can you go? You have once you make a Darth Maul, you own them all. Now obviously there's like Episode 1 Maul, there might be like Darksaber Maul. And that's how they did it. They had like a Darth Vader that came out, but then they released a Darth Vader Emperor Servant, and then there's a Darth Vader secondary unit. So they were able to get more and more models. And I remember I planned for this interview for me talking about my concerns, like how long can they support this? Because you buy a box, you have the models. What's the plan? The plan is obviously you make multiple Darth Mauls, you make multiple Darth Vaders. There's a new Obi-Wan coming out, will be the 3rd one. But just earlier this week, Asmodee did release a statement, and I'll show it on screen. They're basically saying that they will be more supporting Star Wars Legion and Marvel Crisis Protocol, and they will stop supporting Shatterpoint as much as they've been supporting it. They still have future plans for it. They still said they're going to balance update it, and there's still boxes planned, but there will be less boxes in the future. Real shame, because it's a really good game.
It is.
But I will say, if you like the game and the role play rules, and Star Wars is okay to you, there's Marvel Crisis Protocol. Very similar. The movement tool looks very similar. From the videos and stuff I've seen of other people play of it, it's remarkably similar. Same abilities, a lot of same rules. The big difference, I was told, is the terrain is more interactive. You can like move the terrain. Like I think there's examples like Spider-Man can grab something and then like throw it at someone. Don't know how that works. I need to watch more on it, but
ooh, if terrain can be broken.
More stuff. That might be a thing.
Okay.
I haven't seen that much on Marvel because it doesn't give me the same way as Star Wars. I see Star Wars, I'm like, Darth Vader. Anything Darth Vader, I get Darth Vader.
Well, I was
Marvel
thinking more
stuff,
of like Marvel Rivals, where if you're playing, I don't know if you play Marvel Rivals, but that
I've
terrain
watched, haven't played it.
actually breaks while you're playing, and you can destroy it.
They stole it from Marvel Crisis Protocol.
It comes back, but
how does it make you feel in the future with buying products or playing the game?
it really depends. I know they still need to do a lot of the sequel boxes, which they started to. They did Rogue One, and then
the new Chewbacca, the new Chewbacca, Rey's coming out.
I mean, there's still room to go, especially with, what is it, Andor kind of concluding season 2. So they could, they still need to do Kylo Ren as well. I would buy a Kylo Ren.
I would get a Kylo Ren.
But I think after that, I'm not sure unless...
At that point, you just release the characters you already have.
Yeah, it's just
you could go to Legends with like Revan and Malik, but is the money there? Currently, Asmodee thinks it's not. Which they have the numbers more than I do.
Sadly, we probably won't get the Palpatine box and Yoda.
Yeah, we really were betting that there was going to be a Palpatine versus Yoda box. Basically, episode 3 of them I thought the background would be like them in the Senate chambers. Like, who doesn't want that? I think when we're talking to your friends, I was like, imagine any Star Wars character. You can make a list that's around them. It's usually Palpatine or Yoda. I'm
Palpatine.
like, can't do them. They don't have the game yet. Choose anyone else. But yeah, it's a little saddening because like, obviously we're making videos on it, and we've been playing it for 2 years. I started making videos on Shatterpoint about a year ago, but the recording stuff, I might go back on it. Wasn't the big fan of how it came out. Not until recently I was like, I think I can retackle Shatterpoint after I did a little bit more on Heroescape. So it's a little bit like, oh man, I'm just finally getting more into it, and then they're stopping the brakes on it. But I'm still gonna play Legion. But we'll see where it goes from there. I'm expecting this game to at least go for at least 1 more year, hopefully 2. My long shot. Yeah, 1 year seems pretty short.
That's short.
That's like, I think bare minimum 1 year. I'm expecting 2 years. My dream is that they come back stronger than ever. They're like, you know what? Star Wars was always meant to be. Because it does stream more to me than Marvel. And it's like, it's hard for me to get into.
Exactly. We'll see Grogu all grown up. He'll be the new future Luke Skywalker. And then this game will be fully revived.
They're going to make 10 more movies. 10 more. There's so many series. Andor did so good. But
there'll be 3 different Grogu versions, and everyone will buy them.
And you alternate universes. Like, what if Maul was a Jedi? You have so many options. I can see why they would stop the brakes where they're at, because in their announcement, they said they had 130 different characters, which is a lot. I think Star Wars could go higher, but like eventually you're going to be pulling out the guy that's holding the ice cream shaker from episode 5. It's like Sky City ice cream guy.
Or Gonk Droid.
I would play Gonk Droid. I really want to join it, cuz. I was expecting that so much, but maybe they will. We'll see where they go from here. Anything else we should add? Bridges.
Oh no.
Bridges. I love about the terrain that I love is I created one map. I don't know if I have the picture for it. It was bridges everywhere. Bridges.
That was a 5-hour game.
That game was long, but it was so fun. He was knocking everyone down. There's an area where like the bridges are like this, and there's the ground beneath it. I loved it.
Yeah.
It had some.
I think I won too, right? I think I won.
I think you won too. But I won making the map. That was my goal, and I achieved that. I can't remember who we did not record that one. We were just playing for fun. But yeah, that's one thing I love about the terrain. It's a lot of creative envisioning versus like Warhammer. When they have like competitive map layouts, great for like if you're a tournament player, you can practice. But it gets boring. The maps are almost always the same.
That's what I've seen, at least what I've seen in Warhammer. It's like very basic maps.
Yeah, they call it L-shaped ruins is the current one. It's like you have 2 on your side, 1 to 3 in the middle, then 2 on your opponent's side, and they create firing lanes, which is basically like you have these lanes where people can shoot each other. And Shatterpoint, you're very encouraged to be creative with your map design because of how much movement there is. It doesn't make the big difference. And when we were at like some tournaments, they had like the terrain that looks like it belongs in what's the clone facility?
What is it? Casino? No, is it?
I was say Casino.
There's no Camino.
Camino sounds a little right. It looks like that from like Battlefront. It's the round circles. It was really cool terrain. And
I like the one from
Endor.
Endor.
Yeah.
Endor's one was really nice.
People have tree ones with like the rockety bridges, and it was really fun moving around those maps. And usually the terrain doesn't matter too much. There was one match where we had a tournament, and it was a final match. We were against each other, and there was a very clear like, oh, if you're on this side, this giant terrain piece is blocking you. And I won the roll-off, and I was on the other side of the one with the bad terrain. I'm like, well, I get the pick. And I normally wouldn't care, but it was a tournament. I'm like, I got to do what I got to do. And I picked the other side. Yeah, I won that one very quick. And most of your models were like barely getting over that giant terrain.
I was locked in.
It was like a giant dumpster truck, basically. It was blocking it. I think it was just a little bit bad map design. Some characters are better at getting past that, but usually as long as you have like an open area to get your characters onto the board, it doesn't matter that much because you can climb, you can jump, you can dash, you can full advance, and then other characters let you move too. So I really like that. Very creative map designs. What list armies do you wish were in the game besides Yoda and Palpatine?
I had to think about this one.
Revan. For me, it's Revan from KOTOR. You haven't played KOTOR. Highly recommend it. They were going to do a remake. May still be in the works. Hasn't quite officially been canceled, but it's been a minute.
I know who I would want.
Who would you want?
Cal Kestis.
That name sounds familiar.
From, what is it?
Is this an Endor character?
No, it's the Star Wars game that came out. It's a platforming, or not the platforming.
Oh, yeah. Fallen Jedi?
Fallen Jedi.
Is that what it's called? Yeah.
I forget.
The Ginger Jedi.
Yeah, I mean him and then his little droid. I don't know.
Cute little guy. He would probably be with him in like the same
And then you could
model.
have your secondary as
There's so many
like the
Inquisitors.
Night Witch
Yeah.
sister, and then you could have supporting characters, which there's so
Maybe it's
much
Fallen
stuff in the
Order.
game. But I feel like
Fallen something.
just any characters, I think Jedi Fallen Order.
Yeah, that's another one. I forgot to completely
I,
forgot about
I
that.
would really love, and I remember them
They
talking
did the
about that.
Battlefront 2 character, so there's no
Yeah.
reason not to do the one
Yeah,
from a
so
very
they did,
popular Star
they
Wars
did
game.
Iden Versio, so that's why I thought it would come out eventually, and I would go straight to the Jedi list after that. But
I would be excited to see it.
if it ever happens, that would be my go-to.
Mm-hmm. For me, besides Palpatine and Yoda, would love a Palpatine because I'm a very Empire-focused player. I think I would really like an Anakin. Episode 3, basically, it would be like Darth Vader. What's that mission that called? They basically attack the Jedi Temple. It has a name. It's like Night Owl or Night Watch. It has a
can't-
lore.
I
If I
can't
hear it,
remember.
I'll be like, yeah, that's it. It's
Yeah.
like Night Cowl or something like that. When they 501st and Anakin attacked it, I love an evil Anakin where he's got the robe on, mostly because
Dark eyes.
the Sith eyes and the red stuff. If you ever played, it's called like Star Wars Episode 3, the video game. It's like a video game where you just like go through the missions of Episode 3, where it's like a kind of isometric stuff, but you also have like a dueling mechanic where you and your opponent can have like a versus battle, like mini fighting game. If you choose the same character, you get reskins. And if you were player 2 for Anakin, you got red lightsaber,
Oh,
dark
shit.
robes. It was tight, and I love that. So I would always be like, oh, you're playing Anakin? I'm Anakin. If my opponent was ever Anakin, I would let them pick first and then pick the evil-looking Anakin. So that's who I want. I like Empire evil stuff. Let us know what your opinions are on Shatterpoint as a whole, as well as what you think is going to happen with the support changes that Asmodee's released, as well as other games that you like to play, because I think we're looking to play Legion in not too far future.
Yep.
And as we've been mentioning, they're going to be playing Marvel Crisis Protocol. Well, we might give that one a try. We don't currently own anything from that.
No.
So we might have to get the core box, or we'll just look at what teams we think are fun, and then have to use my Shatterpoint terrain or something.
Yeah.
But yeah, if anyone has any opinions on games that they liked, as well as things for the future, love to hear it. Love to hear your thoughts. Thank you so much for watching. Goodbye.